The conversation you are about to witness officially never took place. The greatest physicist of all time, Albert Einstein, is interviewed by a journalist about his religious beliefs. Listen carefully to the scientist's answers, which are inspired by authentic statements he made during his life, and discover how they sound decidedly current and inspiring.
Professor Einstein, do you believe in God?
It depends on what you mean by God. Give me a definition and I'll tell you if I believe in it.
I am referring to the gods of our traditions, the gods of the Bible.
Honestly, it is difficult for me to imagine a God who watches over and judges humans. That is not how I conceive divinity, but I believe in Spinoza's God, who reveals himself in the harmonious order of nature.
Are you talking about the philosopher Spinoza?
Exactly. Spinoza described a God who is the very essence of the universe and not an anthropomorphic figure. He expressed the idea that the God of the Old Testament is just a fraud, which led to his excommunication from Judaism at the age of 24 for apostasy, but he did not care in his pursuit of truth. Spinoza saw in the immutable laws of nature an expression of the divine.
Some say that this concept of God is far too abstract.
No doubt, but this conviction of a higher reason that transcends our very limited human understanding and reveals itself in the world of experience represents for me the idea of God in the most scientific and reasonable way possible.
So, Professor, do you reject the God of religions?
Religious truth means nothing to me. I do not believe in the fear of life, the fear of death, or blind faith. I cannot imagine a God who rewards and punishes his creation. I cannot imagine a God who would exert his will in the same way we exert it on ourselves. It is enough for me, you see, to feel the mystery of the eternity of life, to have the consciousness and the presentiment of the admirable construction of everything that is, to actively strive to grasp a fragment, however small, of the reason manifesting in nature.
Should I understand that you also reject the Bible and religion?
Do you really believe that God needs a book to manifest to our intelligence? The Bible is a collection of legends, certainly honorable, but primitive and childish. No interpretation, no matter how subtle, can change that in my opinion. And if there is something in me that can be called religious, would it be my boundless admiration for the structures of the universe?
So is it scientific to believe in God according to you?
God does not play dice with the universe. It is certain that at the base of any sensitive scientific work, there is a conviction, similar to religious feeling, that the world is founded on reason and can be understood. For my part, I simply want to know God's thoughts. Everything else is just detail.
Do you believe you have found the thoughts of God, Professor, in your scientific approach?
My years of research lead me to think that reality is merely an illusion, although a very persistent one. Man perceives himself, as well as his thoughts and feelings, as something separate from the rest, a kind of optical illusion of his consciousness. This illusion is a kind of prison for us. We restrict ourselves to our personal desires and the affection we reserve for our loved ones. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Here's what, from my point of view, could sum up the thought of God.
Thank you, Professor.